there, beautiful people. Thank you for clicking in. My name is Mary Ann Mwangi. Today we are going to be talking about everything, and by everything I mean everything about the Aupair program. If you're interested, just stick around. So what's an Aupair? An Aupair is a young adult working with a German family. In my case, a German family, but you can also work in the States, in Scotland, in any other country that invites au pair, in Sweden, in Switzerland. All those countries can be able to invite au pairs. They just have different requirements. In this case, we're going to be talking about an au pair in Germany. So it's a young adult who lives with a German family, and they take care of their children, and in return they are taught the language and they are paid some amount of money, and they have some sort of an exchange program. So that's you become an au pair by setting a profile online on some of the available websites. One is, for example, Aupair.com. The other one is Aupairworld.com. Aupairworld.com and Aupair.com. You set up a profile, or you put up a profile, correct English, and you talk about yourself, and other families also have done the same thing. They've put up profiles on these websites, and they're also looking for people. So what the website does, it combines people with common interests. So if you're an au pair, you're looking for a family in Germany, and there are a family looking for an au pair from Kenya, for example, then you find yourself on a platform that you can be able to speak. That's what the au pair website does. So how do you do all these things? You go to Aupair.com, for example. Those are two different websites. You go to Aupair.com, you put up a profile, and you set all the things that you think are necessary. For example, you will be able to teach English, or you want to learn German. This applies for also people who want to move to France and they speak French, or any other French speaking country. I don't want to be biased, yeah. So that's what you do. You put up a profile, and the website actually, what's the word? The website does this and does this and does this. Okay, I hope you get me. Yeah, but I mean, once you put up the profile, you'll be able to know what exactly is going on. Yeah. So what are au pair's working hours? An au pair works 30 hours a week in Germany. I think in Austria they work a little bit more. In Aupair, in
Aupair, God. No.
I think I'm still a kid, bro. Like, I think there's parts of my life I skipped, bro. God. Well, an au pair works 30 hours a week, and it's supposed to actually have 4 free evenings. Why? Because an au pair is supposed to attend a German course. In this case, Germany. I think in France, French, or any other thing you want to do. Actually, no, but it's actually language course. You have to have 4 free evenings because you have to attend a language course, and you have to have 2 free days, I guess, in a week, and in a month you're supposed to have 2 free Sundays, I guess, compulsory. Like, they can give you all the free days they want, but you have to have 2 Sundays free. If I'm getting this all mixed up, please make sure you check again on the website and also on your au pair contract. Yeah, so that's the amount of hours an au pair works. And how much money do you get as an au pair? Well, when I was doing au pair, I was getting 260 euro for every month, but now I think since 2020 they've increased it. You earn 280 euro per month. Is that a lot of money? No. Do you need all this money? Personal question. But to be honest, as an au pair, you get your rent paid, you get your food paid for, you get your school paid for. Most times the cost is a little bit more expensive, and you have to pay the remaining 100 or 200 euro. And most of your bills are taken care of. Some families also pay for your monthly ticket to go to your school. So it's 80 euros. Again, a lot of money. It depends, really depends on how you look at it. For me, well, it was just money, It's just money. It's just money that you earn. And yeah, whether it's a lot or it's enough or it's not, it's just the money you earn for what you're doing. Okay? Yeah. I guess, yeah. Okay, so that's what an au pair earns. Again, what's the process to becoming an au pair? So once you put up a profile online on you're looking for a family, and in the good case you find a family and you're in contact with this family. So how do you go about it? So once you're in contact with a family and you've proved yourself to be someone who can actually take care of children, okay, because that's what au pair is about, okay? It's not about getting married, no, it's about taking care of children and having an exchange in culture and language, blah blah blah. How do you go about it? So you have a family, you're in contact.
Okay, I am so. I keep like. Oh my god.
But okay, so you have a family and you're in contact, and what's the next step? The next step is the family sends you the documents you need. So what are some of the documents you need? I might not be able to list everything, but at least I will list the most important ones that you cannot actually do without. So the number one thing is an au pair contract. An au pair contract is actually fixed. They call it from the Agentur für Arbeit job center in Germany. You go online, you download it, you sign it, and you just put all those details. You cannot alter an au pair contract. And I wanted to say this because someone asked me the other day if they can send me a contract without a date, because this corona situation, all appointments keep being postponed and postponed. But actually it's a fixed document. You're not supposed to alter it. It depends. I mean, let them also confirm with the services that they have, the services that they can be able to access, okay? Yeah, so you get an au pair contract, you get a health insurance that starts on the same day as your contract starts. Your health insurance cannot start 3 days after your contract starts, because in Germany you actually have to be covered by an insurance, okay? Yeah, very good. So you have your contract, you have your health insurance, and then there's a thing that they put on that list. It's called obligation form, Verpflichtungserklärung. So this one is a document that German families do not sign often. Why? Because it's a very binding document. It's a document that says that they will take over all your costs in Germany, and most people don't want this commitment, so they do not sign it. Sometimes the embassy will give you visa without it. Sometimes they will ask for it. In my case, for example, if you live in Niedersachsen, I will write that word Niedersachsen here. In Niedersachsen is like Hanover, Celle, Zelze, all those places. You do not need that document. I don't know why, but Niedersachsen Bundesland, Niedersachsen state seems to be one with the most chilled out rules. So you don't need that document, and that's why if you're also looking for family and you think your family is already giving you a hard time with this document, try to look for a family that lives in Hanover or anywhere in Niedersachsen, okay? Yes, very good. In Niedersachsen, yeah. So that's part of the documents that you need. Of course, dazu in English is on top of that, yeah. Nine. That's actually not the direct translation. But what I'm trying to say, apart from all these things or anything in addition to this, yeah, right, that's the translation. Dazu, in addition to it, you are going to need a passport, of course, because you're applying to move, okay? You need a passport, you need those specific passport photos. You know what? Passport photos in Germany, they will make your, what do you call this thing? Forehead. Like how if you check that list of requirements, they set a specific size of the passport. What that passport does is it enlarges your, hey God, oh, it enlarges your forehead. And I'm sorry, but you have to do it. I do not belong to those people who have a train of forehead. I know my mom is out here saying, when in Kikuyu forehead unayo. I say I refuse. But I didn't corner ages, okay? I have ages, alright? Yes, very good. Well, you need passport photos, you need a passport. You will need evidence for language. What do I mean, evidence for language? If you've done A1 or more, A1, A2, A3, those are levels of how you can study the language. The one you need for au pair, the minimum requirement is the A1, but you can have above it. So you need a certificate that proves that you've done the language. And one of the certificates you are supposed to have is a Goethe certificate. I'll write it here. Goethe certificate, okay? Goethe certificate here, okay? You need Goethe certificate A1 or more, but at least your certificate has to be coming from Goethe Institute. You can learn German any other place, but your A1 exam has to be done in a Goethe Institute. Yes, that's what I also wanted to say. I guess that's basically it about au pair. What else do people ask me? Can you be an au pair in other countries? Yes, you just have to do your research. I speak for Germany because I did au pair. It was a beautiful experience for me. Most of it was a beautiful experience for me, but I only speak for Germany because that's what I know. About France, I know that the au pairs and people do au pairs and people do au pair programs in other countries. I just cannot speak for every other country because I wasn't there. I never researched about it. I can only be able to tell you about Austria and about Germany because I was doing German, okay? Yeah, so what can you do once you finish au pair? You can go home, you can go back to your country, okay? It's allowed. In fact, it's the best thing to do. Go back home. I'm lying. So you can go back to your country or you can start an Ausbildung. You're allowed. An Ausbildung is an apprenticeship training in Germany. Yeah, so you can do an Ausbildung, either in nursing like me. I'm a nurse. I mean, nurse to be, okay? You can become a nurse. You can do any other Ausbildung in IT, in chef, all this cosmetics, banking, although you barely ever get Stelle there, but banking, all these things, you can do all this Ausbildung. And especially if you come from the EU, like EU, like European Union. Okay, if you come from the European Union, you really have a lot of opportunities in terms of the Ausbildungs you can do. Number two, you can go to the uni. You can go to the university and go get the degree, okay? You get the degree. Alright? Yep. Uh-huh. Did I smoke? No. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. No, I do not smoke. It's not healthy, okay? Do not smoke. No. Well, you can become a degree holder. Yeah, you can go to the university and do a degree. The process is different, of course, and the moment you get here you have to start getting ready immediately, because 1 year is a very, very short time, and most times it ends and people don't have choices that they've made of what they want to do next, and that's where most of the problem usually starts. So if you get here as an au pair, start as fast as possible. And then you can also do volunteer. Once you're finished with au pair, you can start doing volunteer. And volunteer is also another social program that you can do in Germany. And then it qualifies you to do most of the other Ausbildungs as well. And you can also go directly to the uni. And again, it gives you time to better your language, especially if you left your country with A1. And you need up to C1 to go to the uni, or you need up to B2 to start an Ausbildung. So it gives you more time to learn your language at ease. I mean, what's the rush? I'm a strong believer that you don't have to figure your life out at 25. No. That reminds me, one thing I didn't mention, you have to be at the age of 26 and below to be able to apply for au pair. So keep that in mind. I think that's all about au pair. Everything I haven't mentioned, please make sure you mention it down on the comments. I will reply to you personally. If you check most of my videos, I reply to each comment. So if you have a question, drop it for me. Come on, drop it for me. To be honest, I'm not always like this. It's just this video that excites me like this. And I'm just a happy soul. Happy person. So you know the drill. If you like this type of content, please smash that like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel for this more type of energy, okay? Oh my god, my head. Please subscribe, okay? And see you soon. Bye. Boom.